So this is a topic today we want to start, that is decision theory. So far we have done linear programming model, simplex method, graphical method. This decision theory will be extended to the next semester. In game theory we will learn. In a game theory we will do only the same what we have done in decision theory, but with various methods. Algebraic method, dominance property. So that is a next semester content. If you come to this present scenario, decision theory, it is very important to make a decision which can be done for immediate or long term effects in our lives. Such a decisions where to attend the school, to pay rent or buy, to join a company, etc. So if you want to join a company, what are the various alternative means? You will have a HCL, Infosys, Kotak Mahindra, or Shell company. Like that, this many companies are there. TCS, CTS. So like this, various companies are here. In which company we shall join? So it is all based on the decision number one. A salary should be high. High salary. What is the second parameter? It should be nearer to my home, nearer to my residence. Number three, incentive should be given based on the performance. Number four, medical leave, EL, CL, ESI should be given. Medical leave, EL, CL, and for an example, PF, Provident Fund, gratuity, these are all the parameters. So this many alternatives, this many are involved in my job. So even if it is not, one or two may not be there, but to maximum extent we try to satisfy. First one is high salary, second one is nearer to my residence, and main is Provident Fund. This ELCL and all is not a very big thing. Provident Fund should be given, gratuity should be given. So the 1, 3, 5, 6 is very important. So in which company it is more attractive? So we want to decide this. So it is also a kind of decision theory. We will put a grade in TCS, in TS. For an example, you can put a matrix like this: CTS, TCS, Shell, HCL, Infosys, Kotak. And then what is the first parameter? Salary must be high. And then nearer to my home. Then PF, then gratuity, then the rest. So in CTS, what is the salary provided? In all the cases, what is the distance from my home to CTS, etc. What is a provident fund which they are allocating in from their contribution, as well as employee contribution, and then gratuity. So these are all will be given in the matrix. So this is just to see what is the size of the matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 4 matrix. So the 6 by 4 matrix to solve, it will take some time. If it is n by n matrix, just imagine what would be the impact. So that is why we are making some algorithm. In decision theory. Let us start one by one. This algorithm will be learned in the next semester in game theory. So the game theory is also a kind of decision theory, where I want to make the following steps. Number one, to find alternate course of action through which final decisions can be made. I gave an example just now. 6, IT industry, your parameter is 4. So if any one requirement which is not satisfied, then I will go to the other company. In Infosys or CTS, how are they giving the same thing? So wherever it satisfies to some extent, I will accept the offer. Otherwise, I will reject it. So that is why they are telling alternate course of action through which final decisions can be made. And state the nature of the problem. What is the nature of the problem? I want to join a company. In which company these parameters are satisfied to some extent. So that is the second case. Third, determine the payoff function. Just now I wrote one matrices, you remember, HCL, TCS. So we wrote the payoff function. In HCL, what is the salary given? In CTS, what is the salary? In Infosys, what is the salary? So we want to give this payoff. Payoff means it is not a salary. Even if I say, what is that, nearer to the distance, 30 kilometer, 15 kilometer, 10 kilometer, if I define like this is also a payoff. Payoff means it is a coefficient or simply number, numeric number. So determine the payoff function which describes the consequences from the different combination of acts and event. Just now we discussed consequences means importance from different combination in TCS, in CTS. What is the salary? What is the gratuity? What is a, are they giving employee? I mean, what is that? Provident fund, and then ESI, medical allowances. So which company I should act? That is an act means we want to react, and even means an outcome. These are the various list of outcomes. What are the list of outcomes? High salary. Second, what did I say? I said distance should be nearer, minimum at a minimum distance. What is the third case? I should get incentive. Number four, gratuity, PF. These are all the outcomes, events. So based on this, we will react. We will act. By which combination, if I decide, so that we can finalize in which company to join, or construct the opportunity loss, or construct the opportunity loss matrix or regret matrix. Construct the opportunity matrix or a regret matrix. What is the opportunity matrix, regret matrix? I tell you an example. In fact, in simplex method, we learned this opportunity loss. In a basis row, I should not get a negative. If negative still dominates my objective function, still we are not maximizing the profit. Simple. You are getting a salary. Based on the salary, you will put a budget for your family. How do you allocate the fund based on my salary? Rent, that is a basic thing. Then food, then clothing, then miscellaneous, and then fuel. So in a rent, how much you are contributing? For a food, how much you are giving? For a clothing, how much you are giving? So in some point, we will waste our money, but it is very needed. For an example, rent, there is no other go. You have to pay either in loan. Using a loan, you have to clear it, or using a rent, you have to pay. So that is different scenario. Food, unnecessarily we may spend, which is not good for our health, but we will take it. So instead of wasting our money on spoiling our health, those money can be parked in some other cases. For an example, electricity, we waste it. So like that, we have to catch where are we unnecessarily losing our money. So those monies are said to be an opportunity loss. If I optimize those money in a right place, we can improve our economical status. For example, in Chennai, the car is not required. So many will purchase the car. You know what is the price of the petrol now? Price of the petrol is 100 rupees, is crosses 100 rupees per liter. Those who are getting petrol allowance from their company, it is okay, but still the company will not give you a fuel allowance for all the employees. So if you want to spend from your pocket, so we should think for this traffic density in Chennai city, should we want to use a car? Can you not use a public transport? Though it is a pandemic, we can go with a vehicle or public transport to avoid the unnecessary expenses. Also, we can reduce the usage of petrol so that the government will think to reduce the money, because of the demand of the petrol is so high, and we could not meet the expenses. Just see, if a petrol price increases, in what are the places it will reflect. Definitely this will reflect in my basic things. For an example, food, vegetable, fruits, or day to day we are using our soap, etc. Every cost of these essential commodities will be increased because they want to transport from one area to other area, from one warehouse to other warehouse. So these are all the key factors to increase the petrol price. So how do we reduce it? It is we have to think in what place we require this. So apply the mind, reduce the unnecessary expenses. That is all I like to say. The opportunity loss means I should use this fund rightly on time. Also, we want to reduce the cost, increase our return. So in such a matrix, we want to construct. I tell you one more example. With this, I complete. Suppose in HCL, I give with a salary say 5 lakh per annum. In TCS, they are giving 7 lakh. In CTS, they are giving 10 lakhs. Suppose if I say minimum is 5 lakhs, what is the difference? This is 2 lakhs. This is 5 lakh. So opportunity loss, if I select HCL, my opportunity loss will be 5 lakh. If I select TCS, my opportunity loss will be 2 lakh. If I select CTS, this is a, what is it? I don't get an opportunity loss because this is a maximum. Do you able to understand what is opportunity loss?
Yes, sir.
This is a profit related problem. So we will take a maximum 10 lakh, 7 lakh, 5 lakh. We will take a maximum, we will subtract. If it is a minimization problem, minus 5 lakh, minus 7 lakh, minus 10 lakh. So I should go to the minimum is this. Minimum is this. So what is this difference? So if it is a minimization problem, you should take like this. If it is a maximization problem, we will take from the highest. Minimization problem, we will take from lowest. So always we will take a least negative. Do you remember in simplex table, what did I take? Minus 5 or minus 7 or minus 10? I would take only minus, I will take only minus
10.
minus 10. Why? Because that is a opportunity loss which I meet. Can you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Now the next decision making environment. Decisions under certainty. If only one outcomes for the decision, say LPP, transportation problem, assignment, sequencing. Only one outcomes for the decision. Certainty. Certainty means definitely we will get an answer. In transportation problem, we want to transport the commodity from one place to other place. In assignment problem, we want to assign a person to some places, some area, salesman to area, air crew members to flight, sequencing the job. So these are all the decisions to be done. We will learn in the next semester. This transportation, assignment, sequencing, we will learn by next semester. Decision under the conflict, if the nature of the problem is having some uncertainty, if two or more competitors in a marketing the same product, then we have to decide. Decision under conflict. If nature of the problem having some uncertainty, I tell you Airtel, Jio. In Airtel, what are they telling? In Airtel, they would say, just a minute. Just a minute. In Airtel,
இது மாதிரி தானே சார், அந்த நெட்வொர்க் காம்படிஷன் மாதிரி தானே சார்?
great, correct.
ஒரு நெட்வொர்க் ஒரு ஆஃபர் தருவாங்க, இன்னொரு நெட்வொர்க் வேற ஒரு ஆஃபர் தருவாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி தானே சார்?
That's what I'm trying to convey.
Oh.
In Airtel, Jio, what is a talk time? They would say it is free. In Airtel, they will give 1.5 GB for price
Jio
is
1 GB sir.
Okay, I do not know. Just roughly, I'm telling. I don't expect me to give a right
இல்ல சார்
data.
தெரியும், அதனால சொல்றேன்.
So Airtel, it is 1.5 GB. It is a price rate is there 668 days. I mean 68 rupees. Number of days is 84 in Airtel. So
Okay.
in Jio, I don't know what is the price. How
Jio
many days
Jio
are?
75 rupees sir, 28 days.
So 75 rupees, 28 days. So just think. So which
சார்
network?
84 டேஸோட இதுவும் இருக்கு சார், அது சொன்னா ஈக்குவலா இருக்கும் சார்.
Okay, anyhow, we have to think. Signal is another constraint. You will be given with all these things. Suppose signal is not found, then these two network are useless.
எஸ் சார்.
Yes sir.
So we want to decide. So decision under the conflict. If nature of the problem having some uncertainty, say two or more competitors marketing the same product, the same scenario you are telling. 84, 668, and price maybe 1 or 2 rupees different. Jio, Airtel, this fellow also giving 2 GB, that fellow also giving 2 GB means just imagine which will we take. It is based on the signal tower, internet tower. This tower signal transmission should not get any problem. Then only I will take or opt that network. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
last 2 days I don't get a signal from Airtel because I use only Airtel for the last 18 years. The last 18 years I don't get problem with Airtel, but in the recently last 10-15 days I don't get a signal in the indoor. In outdoor okay, but in indoor, like where if I come to my department I don't get a signal. So I just went to this application in Airtel where they are diagnosing how to improve the signals frequency. So though I applied that application, still what are they telling? Sir, they are trying to install some tower nearest to this area so that we will get more signal. So the tower is not found. So decision under the risk. If decision maker chooses several possible outcomes, just now I said, decision maker chooses several possible outcomes where the probability of occurrence can be stated from the past data. So somebody may join in HCL or Wipro or CTS. In Wipro, workload may be very heavy. In HCL also it may be heavy, but in CTS it may be slightly reduced. So we have to think, if the workload is reduced, then salary will be appropriately low. If I get more work, the salary would be high. So we have to compromise where we can compromise in these three industries so that we will satisfy ourselves. So decision under the risk. If decision maker chooses several possible outcomes where probability of occurrence can be stated from the past data, once you join the company, don't you ask your contemporary or your colleague how was the increment, how are they giving ESI, PF, etc., so that we will think whether to continue in the same company or to put the paper.
அதாவது இப்போ ரெவ்யூ பொறுத்து ஒரு டெசிஷன் எடுக்கணும்னு சொல்ல வரீங்களா சார்?
அதேதான். Based on the past data na என்ன அர்த்தம்? Based on the past data means it is based on the personal experience by many.
Okay.
Even in the pandemic, have they given work from home? Otherwise, did they put in bench? Have they put the salary? Otherwise, did they give at least 50% of the salary?
Illa.
So it all the parameters. So we want to decide based on the past data, how are they? Suppose I want to switch over to some other college, means basically ask this question: how did they give a salary during the pandemic? In other colleges they gave 30% salary, 50% salary, like that. In most of the colleges they didn't give salary properly. If I want to come to the college, genuinely I will get a full salary. So such a parameter they face. So that's why I didn't quit for a time being. Otherwise I would have resigned this. So like this I can give you many examples. So the method of solving. So now I come to the method. So far I discussed theory. Now onwards the problem starts. So 4 methods are there: Laplace criterion, maximum minimax criterion, salvage or regret criterion, Fourier criterion. I don't want to explain this step right now. Once if I go to the problem, I will tell you the steps. So
excuse me. Sir, excuse me. 12th வந்து ஸ்டேட் போர்ட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வெறும் லாப்லேஸும் மேக்ஸிமம் மினிமேக்ஸ் மெத்தட் மட்டும் தான் சார் இருந்தது. சால்வேஜும் ஹர்விச் கிரைட்டீரியானும் எங்களுக்கு கிடையாது சார்.
இருக்கட்டும். If it is not there, not an issue. Learn now.
Okay sir.
எல்லாமே அங்க இருக்கிற இங்க படிச்சிட்டோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. அப்புறம் இது எதுக்கு நான் வந்து படிக்கணும்? ஹையர் எஜுகேஷனா ஐ ஷுட் நோ சம்திங் நியூலி வாட் ஐ ஹேவ்.
இல்ல சார், அது ஆக்சுவலி அந்த 60% ரெடியூஸ்டு டெலிட்டட் போர்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல சார், அதுல எங்களுக்கு டெலீட் ஆயிடுச்சு சார் அது.
ஓ, உங்களுக்கு டெசிஷன் தியரி அங்கேயே வந்தாச்சா?
இதுல அந்த மேக்ஸிமின் மினிமேக்ஸ் லாப்லேஸ் அதெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு
ஆமா
இருக்கு
சார்,
சார்.
ஆமா சார்.
ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ், அப்ளைட் ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ்.
ஓ, நீங்க ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ்ல படிச்சிருக்கீங்க. ரைட் ரைட்.
ஆமா சார், எங்களுக்கு அந்த மெத்தட்லாம் இதாயிடுச்சு. சால்வேஜ் மெத்தட், ஹியூவிச்லாம் எங்களுக்கு கிடையாது சார் அப்போ.
No issues, now you learn. It is not a very big rocket science. Anybody can learn. Because if you complete CA, FM, the Chartered Accountancy course or CMA, ICWA, where this decision theory going to play a vital role. Decision tree னு ஒரு கான்செப்ட் இருக்கு CA ல. அதாவது ஃபினான்ஷியல் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்ல வரும். அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு இன்டர்ல வருது. பட் இப்போ சிலபஸ் எல்லாம் மாத்திருக்காங்க. இன் இன்டர் தே சேஞ்ச் தி சிலபஸ், ஃபைனல் தே சேஞ்ச் தி சிலபஸ். So now in 5 years back, this decision theory were in final. In the final where they learned this decision tree. Now this decision tree brought in inter. Many things they just shuffle the contents and they name the title of the paper in CA Institute. They shuffled many contents, they labeled a new title. So that's what happened. So I just straight away go to the problem. எதுக்கு சொல்ல வரேனாக்க, these syllabus were framed based on your CA Institute, CMA Institute and other professional courses. For an example, MBA, Sriram College of Commerce, Delhi. How did they frame this syllabus for their people? You are given with this information. Unit profit of ₹3. Unit profit of ₹3. Salvage unit, salvage loss per unit is ₹2. Demand recorded over past 300 days is as under. So EMV means expected monetary value. EMV means it is an expected monetary value. If 8 units are ordered, then okay. If 8 units are ordered, we want to find the expected monetary value if 8 units are ordered. Expected profit presuming certainty of the demand. So we want to find the expected. What is the meaning of expected? We learned in probability. E of x is equal to sigma x into P of x. I hope you remember. This E of x is equal to x into P of x, where x is a payoff here and P of x is a probability. So now, what is the first thing we want to find? Write down what is given. What is the demand? Demand is 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. What is the probability? See, for 300 days, it is being given. For 300 days, it is given. To get a demand 5, in 300 days, what is the chance? 30. That is 0.10. To get a demand 6, in 300 days, what is the chance? 60. So 60 by 300 will be 0.20. To get a demand 7, in 300 days, it is 90. That is equal to 0.30. To get a demand 8, in 300 days, it is 75. What is the chance? It is equal to 0.25. To get a demand, say 9, in 300, this is equal to 45. It is equal to 15%. Now, the payoff also given. This payoff is given. So the payoff is 9 and then 14, 19, 24 and then 24. What I want to find expected value of x. What is the expected value of x? X into p of x, that is these two must be multiplied. So if I multiply these two, you will get 0.90. You get 2.8. You get 5.7. You get 5.76 and 3.60. What is the last EMV, that is expected monetary value, is equal to 19. Expected monetary value that is equal to 19. The next case is expected profit. So the profit we want to decide. What is a profit? It is a demand into price. Am I right? Profit here, how much quantity is demanded? What is the price of the product? So that demand into price. Do you understand what I am trying to tell?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
is a profit here? 3 rupees. So what is the quantity demanded? 5. 5 into 3. Then 6 into 3. Then 7 into 3. 8 into 3. 9 into 3. If you had everything, now this is a profit. What is the expected profit? X into, that
8
is a
into
the profit into the probability. Profit into probability means multiply these.
sir,
These
8
two.
into 24.
8 into, oh sorry. This is 15 into 0.10. This is 18 into 0.20. This is 21 into 0.30. Whereas it is 24 into 0.25. Whereas it is 27 into 0.15. Just multiply and add, you get 21.45. Have you understood the present problem?
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Where do you don't understand? Where do you don't understand?
Sir, understood, sir.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, in expected profit loss, sir, 24 into 0.15 or 27 into 0.15, sir.
27 into 0.15. What did I do?
Sir, payoff near to 24 only, sir. Sorry, sir, sir. Sorry. Got it, sir.
கடைசி காலம் மட்டும் ஒரு வாட்டி சொல்லுங்க.
Kadasi expected profit means E of profit, expectation of profit is equal to profit into what is the chance of getting the same profit? The chance of getting the same profit is this. Profit just now we found. How many units they are required? 5. What is the profit? 3. So 5 into 3. What is the demand? Because he himself says expected profit presuming certainty of the demand. Based on the demand, compute the profit. So the demand is given here, profit is here. 5 into 6, 6 into, sorry, 5 into 3, 6 into 3, 7 into 3, 8 into 3, 9 into 3. That is what I took. Is this clear?
Sir, this will come on 15 marks, sir.
5 marks.
Okay, sir.
Next, we want to find expected opportunity loss. What is EOL means? Expected opportunity loss. So that is the next case. So you know the same question, what is the demand? Demand is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Demand is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Expected opportunity loss means Chance of getting the demand is given. Not getting a demand is 1 minus this. Am I right? 10% is a chance of getting a demand 5. Not getting will be 90%. 20% to get a demand 6. 80% I don't get. 7. 30% to get a demand 7. 70% I don't get. To get a demand 8. 25% not getting. So that is why this is said to be opportunity loss. That is why we say this is an opportunity loss. Now what is this salvage loss? Salvage loss is 2 rupees per unit if I don't get a demand. So 5 into 2, 6 into 2, 7 into 2, 8 into 2, 9 into 2. So what is 5 into 2, 6 into 2, 7 into 2? If I talk about profit, it is profit into a chance of getting the demand. If I talk about loss, it is loss into, so that is why we are computing this loss. Into what is it not getting, not meeting a demand. That is 8 into 2, 9 into 2. Therefore, it is 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Hence, multiply these to 10 into 12 into 0.80, 14 into 0.70. It can be any one question. They don't ask all the questions. They don't ask all these questions in the same problem. Either they will ask expected profit or expected loss. Have you understood this problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, P not getting but explain பண்ண முடியுமா sir?
Probability of not getting a demand என்ன chance? 10%, 20%, 30%.
Yes sir.
Not getting a demand, is it not 1 minus 10?
Mine. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Is it not 1 minus 20?
Yes
Is
sir.
it not 1 minus 0.30? That is what?
Okay
சார்
sir.
அங்கே டூவால் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்கீங்கல்ல சார்,
ஆமா.
அது கொஞ்சம் சொல்ல முடியுமா சார்?
Why it is being multiplied by 2? Because of this given. What does the question say? Salvage loss per unit.
ஓகே சார், கிளியர்.
Now the next problem.
சார்,
Ah,
அந்த கொஸ்டின்ல EME if 8 units are ordered ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கு சார்.
if 8 units are ordered, then EMD. See, this is expected 8 units are ordered means if a demand is 8 units, then the expected value would be the same. That is 90. Average is based on all observations. Expected value and average is based on all observation. Though it is 8 or 7 or 6, my average will be 19. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Have you understood?
Yes sir.
A factory produces 3 varieties of fountain pen. Factory produces 3 varieties of fountain pen, T1, T2, T3. 3 varieties, T1, T2, T3. The fixed cost is given in lakhs. I said 3.26. Actually, this is given in lakhs. Variable cost also given in lakhs. Sorry, type 1, type 2, type 3. These are the 3 varieties. T1, T2, T3. And D1, D2, D3 are the demand. Demand is poor. Demand is moderate, average. Demand is high, 150. So this is a given data. What is the price of each variety? Rupees 20. Prepare the payoff table. We want to construct the table. Which variety should the concern choose based on maximum criterion, minimax, maximum, Laplace, who is this 0.7? I come to these criterion slowly. First, let us construct this payoff matrix. Then let us come to this method one by one. What is a question? We want to first develop the payoff matrix. Profit minus expenses. Selling price minus expenses. So payoff will be what is the price of the commodity, how much it is required, minus any expenses, variable cost, fixed cost. So this must be subtracted in my payoff. So how do you construct the table? These are the act. Act means we will decide, is it a poor or moderate or high? So that is an act. Nature means the varieties of pen, type 1, type 2, type 3. These are said to be a nature. So always I take nature in rows, act in columns. I take natures in row, act in column. If you want, you can transpose it. It is not a big mistake. And first one, we want to construct the payoff matrix. You know what is the payoff? Price into demand minus any expenses. What are the expenses we meet? One is fixed cost, another one is variable cost. So both are given in lakhs. Now you come to me, come to your, how do you materialize T1 to D1, T2 to D2, T2 to D3? So first you combine these things, T1, D1, D2, D3. What is your price of the pen? 20. What is the demand if it is poor? 25. Minus, do you have any variable cost? Yes. What is the variable cost? 10. Into how many units it is demand? 25. Because variable cost, what is the formula? Number of units demanded into price. This is a varying factor, am I right? See, with respect to moderate, poor, high, will the cost will not vary? I am talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Variable cost means based on the poor, moderate, etc. The price will vary. Cost will vary. Minus what is a fixed cost? Minus what is a fixed cost?
2 lakhs, sir.
2 lakhs, sir.
Everything is given in lakh. So what I do, I take this 000 out of the problem. I take this 000 out of the problem. Because I don't have a space. Assuming 000 is given in this matrix. So this matrix is based on thousands. Suppose if I say this answer is 50. So this will be 50,000. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Because we want to duplicate this 0, that is why I avoid this. This 3 zeros will be duplicated again and again. So that's why I avoid. Otherwise, you put 50K. If at all you want. The next case, what is the next price? 20. What is the way? If it is a moderate, what is the demand? 100 minus. What is the variable cost? In T1, variable cost is 10. We are looking T1 D2 into what is the price? Varying price. This is 100 na. Number of units demanded into price. Number of units demanded is 100 into price is 10 minus how much? 200. This is equal to 800. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
This is 20 into what? 150 minus how many units is demand? Again it is 10 into 150 minus the same 200. You get this is 1300. The same way, can you tell me this? Price is 20. How many units is demand? 25 minus 8 into 25 minus 320. Why this is 320? Because of this. This is equal to minus 20. Payoff can be negative. That is why I said this matrix can be negative. Sometimes profit will go negative. That is why we say it is an opportunity loss. So this is 20 into 100 minus 80 into 100 minus 320, which is equal to how much? 880. This case, 20 is a selling price. This is a fixed one. Into how many units is demanded now? 150 minus what is the variable price? Variable cost is 8 into how many units is demand? 150 minus 320. So this is equal to 1480. The same way, third case, it is 20 into 25 minus 6 into 25 minus 600. So this is equal to minus 250. This case 20 into 100 minus 6 into 100 minus 600, which is equal to 800. And this case will be 20 into 150 minus 6 into 150 minus 600. How much do you get? 1500. Do you understand how did I compute this payoff?
Yes, sir.
Sir, finally we have to put into 1000, sir.
All the coefficients of this payoff you can multiply with 1000 because it is given in lakhs. Shall I now start?
Yes.
Shall I now start this first one? Maxim and minimax. So this is a matrix. D1, D2, D3, T1, T2, T3. I just take from this answer 50 minus 20 minus 250. So I take this value. I wrote here. Now you go to the algorithm. What are they telling in maximin or minimax? It is based on the conservative approach to assume the worst possible can occur. The decision maker consider each strategy and locate the minimum payoff for each and then select the alternative which maximizes the minimum payoff. Find the minimum assured payoff for every alternative. Choose that alternative which corresponds to the maximum of the above minimum payoff when dealing with the cost. When I deal with the cost, the maximum cost associated with each alternative is considered. That minimizes this maximum cost. So when I am dealing with the cost, this is a scenario. Otherwise, we will take this. Do you understand the difference? If I deal with the cost, maximum cost associated with each alternative should be taken. Maximum cost should be minimized. Maximum cost should be minimized. So that is why we are taking maximum cost. Suppose if it is a minimization problem, sorry, if it is a maximization problem, where are we getting more loss? So that loss must be reduced. It has to be increased with the profit. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So this question will come to exam. This kind of question will come to exam, but don't worry. They never ask you to construct this table. They never ask you to construct this table. This matrix will be given to you. This matrix will be given to you. You have to find maximum, minimax, Laplace, how is like that. So first one. Row minimum. What is the minimum in the each row? 250. What is the minimum here? 800. So 250 is minimum. Sorry, minus 250 is minimum. It is 800. This is 1300. What is the row maximum? It is 50. This is 880. It is 1500. In the minimum, so first to find the minimum. In the minimum, what is the maximum? In the minimum, what is the maximum?
1300, sir.
So first to go to minimum, then maximum. This is equal to 1300. Where does it occur? 1300 occurs in T1, D1. T1, D1. So in the same way, in the maximum, what is the minimum? Maximum cost we want to minimize. This is the minimum profit we want to maximize. Can you able to understand? Minimum
Yes.
profit to be maximized. Maximum cost to be minimized.
Sir, D3 இல்லையா sir?
With
D1, D3.
sorry. T1, T3. Now this is equal to maximum. In the maximum, what is the maximum? In the maximum, what is the maximum?
1500.
So where does it occur?
T3, D3.
T3, T3. What is minimax? In the maximum, what is the minimum?
50.
The maximum, the minimum is 50. The 50 occurs in T1, D1.
1 T.
You can shuffle it, nothing wrong. T1, D3 or D3, T1, both are same. They are independent. If I interchange, it does not influence. Have you understood the three subdivisions?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I go to Laplace. Laplace method is an average of all. Where is that Laplace? It assigns an equal probability for all the payoff, then selecting each alternative corresponding to the maximum. So what is the first step I want to do? Assign equal probability for every payoff in the given. What is a strategy? Strategy means it's a plan of action, which I have to assume, which combination I have to take. Now find the expected payoff average in every alternative that we already found. Select the alternative which corresponds to the maximum in the above expected. So now you come to the problem, have this in mind. How do we compute Laplace? How many alternatives are here? 3 alternatives, 3 demands are there. Nature is T1, T2, T3. So we want to decide based on the 3 alternatives. That is why it is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means A, D1, D2, D3 of this sum. This is 50 minus 20 minus 250. The second case is 1 by 3 of 800 plus 880 plus 800. The third case will be 1 by 3 of 1300, 1480, 1500, which is equal to how much? That you take in this answer. This is the expected, this is the average, in which we want to find the maximum profit, because profit is max. If it is a minimization problem, find the minimum. This problem is related to profit. How do we know profit? Selling price minus expenses, is it not a profit? That is why always we take a maximum now. Had it been a minimization problem, I would have taken minimum in the expected. This is the expected value. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
That is why என்ன புரியல?
1/3.
அப்ப மொத்தம் எத்தனை ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ்ஸ் இருக்கு? D1, D2, D3. So in the 3 I take any one of this type.
Yes, sir. Okay.
The last case is Hooris criterion. This Hooris criterion is based on that alpha parameter. This Hooris criterion is based on this alpha. It stipulates the decision maker view may fall between extreme pessimism to the maximum or extreme optimism criterion. So this balancing mechanism between the above two measures, that is extreme pessimism or optimism. See, alpha, if I say it is an optimism, then 1 minus alpha, it is not getting, we say it is a pessimism. Pessimism means negative side. Optimistic means positive side. So this alpha always varies between 0 to 1. So choose appropriate degree of optimism or pessimism to the decision maker. This we can apply in day-to-day life. Suppose if you want to join Vivekananda College or Loyola College or DC Vaishnav College, optimistic chances, first you give a priority to Loyola College, then DC Vaishnav College, lastly you come to Vivekananda College. So the degree will vary. So alpha will be higher in Loyola, next higher will be in DG Vaishnav, next will be Vivekananda. So this is a normal thing they do. So in the same way, so choose appropriate degree of mechanism or optimism. So let alpha be his degree of optimism, then 1 minus alpha is a degree of pessimism. So what is the chance of getting in Loyola College? If I say 30%, not getting will be 70%. So this, if alpha is not given, this is very important. This alpha should be informed to me. If alpha is not given, always we take 50-50. I mean, unbiased. So always we should multiply. I forget to tell this. Alpha should be multiplied with the maximum. 1 minus alpha should be multiplied with minimum. Actually, this must be minimum, not maximum. Extreme pessimism of minimum. So this is minimum. 1 minus alpha into minimum, alpha into maximum. That is my H. H is nothing but my payoff value, that respective value. You now come to this problem. How to compute this Hooris criterion for T1H? What is the alpha value which is given? 0.7. If it is not given, I ask you to take 0.7. So 0.7 into, it is occurrence. 0.7 is happening event. It should be multiplied with the maximum. What is the maximum value in T1? What is the maximum value in the T1? 1300. Not occurrence will be 0.3. What is the minimum value in the T1? 50. What about the second case? 0.7 into in T2, what is the maximum value? 1480. 0.3 into minimum value is minus 20. 0.7 into maximum is 1500. Minimum value will be 250. Please, one thing you have to make a note. Always, if I take alternative in columns, nature should be in row. So decide. Nature is always 3 types of pen. Alternative is demand, poor, moderate, and then what is that? High. So listen, you should decide this. Always act will come here. Act will come here. Nature will go there. Please fix to one fixed format. Otherwise, don't get confused in the examination.
சார் 0.7 எப்படி சார் வந்துச்சு ஒரு தடவை சொல்றீங்களா?
0.7 நம்ம கொடுத்துருக்காம்பா. Hooris criterion 0.7 is given. If it is not given, I ask you to assume 0.5.
So 0.3, sir.
0.3 is 1 minus this. See, what is the formula of H? Alpha into occurrence. Alpha into happening plus 1 minus alpha into not happening. This is the formula which I gave for H. Do you remember? Now you find the maximum because of profit. Have you all understood? In the 5 methods, definitely வரும். எதுல 15 mark. உங்க question paper கூட பார்த்திருக்கலாம். I share one question paper to you. Have you understood this problem?
Strategy அந்த question தான் சார் இருந்துச்சு.
Right? If I get some more question paper, I share to you.
சார் கொஸ்டின்ல மேக்ஸிமைஸ் கேட்டதுனால அங்க தேர்ட்ல மேக்ஸிமேக்ஸ்னு வந்திருக்கா சார்?
அப்படின்னு இல்ல. Maximax is a general thing. It is not because of maximization. It is also one such method.
மினிமின் இல்லையா சார்?
போட்டுக்கோங்க, மினிமம் கூட போட்டுக்கலாம். In the minimum, go to the minimum. If you want. If I want, I can take minimum. What is the minimum? These are the minimum. In which what is the minimum? Minus 250. So that is D1, T3. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
இதெல்லாம் என்ன அப்படின்னாக்க, ஒரு பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறேன், எனக்கு லாஸ் வரணும்னா எனக்கு எவ்வளவு லாஸ் வரும் என்னோட இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து. ப்ராஃபிட்னா வாட் எக்ஸ்டென்ட் ஐ கேன் கெட் ப்ராஃபிட். அப்போ எந்த டிமாண்டுக்கு எனக்கு என்னென்ன ப்ராஃபிட் வரும், அதுக்கெல்லாம் ஆவரேஜ் எனக்கு எவ்வளவு வரும். These are the various course of actions we will do before starting the business or before investing in the share market. Shall I go to next question? இந்த கொஸ்டின் வரும் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இதாவது இந்த மாதிரி தான் வரும். இந்த மேட்ரிக்ஸ் கொடுத்துருவாங்க, ஃபைன் லைக் திஸ். இதுக்கப்புறம் நான் போடுறதெல்லாம் வந்து அட்வான்ஸ்டு கொஸ்டின். ஒரே ஒரு மெத்தட் மட்டும் எடுக்கணும், ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி லாஸ், அதை நான் எடுத்து தரேன். I have to take one more type, that is opportunity loss, that I will take. Now you come to this problem. Mr. X quite often flies from town A to town B. He can use airport bus which costs 13 rupees, but he takes it. If he takes, a chance is 0.08. Airport bus cost is rupees 13. If he takes, the chance is 8%. The chance that he will miss the flight. Oh, I'm sorry, I misinterpret. He can choose airport bus, cost is 13 rupees, but he takes it. Which one he takes it? Airport bus. There is a chance 8% that he will miss the flight. So 8% is for missing the flight. 8% is for missing the flight. And then hotel cost is 27 rupees. The chance of being on time will be 96% for the flight. And rupees 50, he can use taxi, which will make 99 to 100% on time. If Mr. X catches the plane on time, he will conclude the business transaction, which will produce a profit of 1000 rupees. Otherwise, he will lose it. Which mode of transportation should the Mr. X use? Which mode of transportation Mr. X may use means, what are the three components? If he wants to fly from A to B, there are three things he is being used. One is first airport bus, then he takes a hotel, then he takes a taxi. What is the cost of a bus if he takes? 13 rupees. What is the cost of a hotel if he takes? 27 rupees.
27.
What is the cost of taxi if he takes?
50.
See, if it is happening, 8% chances he will miss the flight. 8% chances if he misses the flight means it is not occurrence. 0.08 is not occurring. If he misses the flight, then he will not catch the airport bus. So catching airport bus must be 92%. Am I right? %, that he will miss a flight, which would mean 92% chances having that he can catch a flight on time. Am I right?
Sir,
What is the second case? Hotel cost rupees 27.96, chance being on time. So occurrence is 0.96, non-occurrence must be 0.4. So the total probability will be 1. What he says, to get a taxi, cost is 50. 99 to 100. 99 to 100 means 99% he will get it. 1% he don't get. Because you want to find the expected monetary value. Also, he will get 1000 rupees profit if he conclude a business. Yes.
Sir. 0.01, sir.
Oh, sorry. If he conclude the business, he will get a profit of 100. So chances would be more for occurrence. Non-occurrence must be less. Then only he will get a profit. Expected monetary value. Expectation is based on both. What is both? Profit as well as loss minus any expenses. So expected monetary value, which is based on profit as well as loss. It is something like Puri's criterion. Profit into occurrence, loss into non-occurrence, but we added there. But here I have to subtract. You know why? Because of loss must be subtracted. Also cost must be subtracted from my profit. So what is the EMV of bus? What is the expected monetary value of getting a bus? Profit is 1000 into occurrence is 92%. We want to select which is better. Minus 0 into 0.08. What is the loss? I mean, what is the cost if he got? Minus 13. If you simplify, you get 907. If you come to the next one, what is the expected monetary value of hotel? This is equal to 1000 into 0.96 minus 0 into, there is no loss because loss is not given to us. Only profit is 1000. Loss he doesn't talk. That's why I take loss as 0. So this is minus 27 is the cost. And it is 933. The last case EMV of a taxi. EMV of taxi will be 1000 into 0.99 minus 0 into 0.01 minus 50. That is equal to 940. So opt taxi to get profit. Where do we get more return? I mean, expected monetary value where it is maximum. Find the maximum. Therefore, opt taxi to maximize the profit. Is this clear? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So I complete with this today. Let us continue by next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.